Hello, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. On Tuesday, it's a wonderful Tuesday. I just wanted to stop by and just briefly talk about don't get caught off guard. Um, I received an email from a company called Lendio, who actually helps individuals set up or provide funding for small businesses. And I wanted to share. The email reason why is because it's not only inflation is not only affecting families, it is also affecting businesses as well. So of course, I'm going to come on and I'm going to talk about ways that you can also help safeguard your business by doing some extra things to get cash flow. But I wanted to share with you that small businesses and the fact that lending companies or venture capitalists, loan business loans, they also are seeing the effects of inflation when it hits small businesses. So I'm going to share because I thought this was, pretty neat for at least a company to see that people are experiencing it, just not only hitting home and just your personal life, but it's hurting people's businesses. Inflation. So anytime that you have to do any, invest right back into your business, um, it's going to take money. And of course, anything that's happening now, that those prices or those price points have also increased. So it's not you're a business person, oh, and I don't have to pay for shipping or for freight or for international shipping, from coming from cross seas. Those prices have been increased tremendously. But how could we safeguard? How can we get to a point where we don't get caught off guard, where it affects our business, where we can no longer operate inside of our business? How can we safeguard ourselves? And I talk about cash flow all the time because in anything, money is required. You to get anything, you have to have money in order to do so. And a lot of times people don't like to talk about this subject. We want to push things under the rug and not discuss it, or we feel like we're too prideful where we don't want to ask for help, or we don't want to ask questions, or to a point that we've gotten lazy as Americans, or I would say people have gotten lazy to the point where, oh, I just, I'm this way works better for me, or this way works better for me. But every single day, every single day, you're starting to see more and more and more and more of your not necessarily your cash flow, but your capital um, actually moving towards a depletion. Let's just say that, a depletion, that you're seeing your capital doesn't give you as much power that it would normally do. Why? Because of inflation. So I'm going to share this email that was sent to me, and I thought it was pretty cool that you have businesses or you have lending companies that at least acknowledges the fact that we're experiencing inflation costs. So excuse my Hey Cordero, how are you? I think I see you come up on here. um, you definitely need to call me and let's get started. So, guys, y'all got to excuse my inbox. I have like 38,000. I've been trying to clear this stuff out for a long time, but I get a lot of emails that really talks about the economy. It talks about marketing stocks, things of that nature. That sometimes that stuff can fudge your inbox, and it just be too much. So Lendio is a company that you can use to help get business funding. And with that, here's an email that it says. I don't need to tell you about the historic levels of inflation we're facing right now. You're seeing it in the cost of everything you use to keep your business in business. If you're frustrated by it, you are not alone, but you just got through 2 years of COVID and shutdowns. We're not going to let inflation take us down. The key is to keep moving forward, which is true. Focus on keeping your cash flow consistent. Consider a line of credit. Innovation solutions are essential. High inflation is temporary. Your business, however, is here to stay. Now, I don't know if high inflation is going to be temporary because, to be honest, let's just be real. Inflation is going to continue to rise. We're not going to see gas prices that I don't think we're going to see gas prices back at $2.89 or $2.50. Honestly, I don't see that. I don't see us going back to being able to get a gallon of milk for $1.59. Not a gallon. I don't see that. Gallons of milk now cost close to $4 or $5 for 1 gallon of milk. I don't see that we're going to see those prices revert or retreat back to those costs. Guys, we're going to continue to see inflation. We're going to continue to see the cost of living, the cost of gas. I think we're going to continue to see those things. Now, for many of you, you might say, well, it hasn't affected me. I haven't been affected by it. Yes, you have. You're not really paying attention to it. If anytime you can go somewhere to the grocery store and the amount that you go in with that you used to be able to get X amount of items with, and you see that price or that number or those quantity of items have now decreased, yeah, you're being affected by it. So it's no point of trying to really not discuss it or not deal with it. You have to continually see a steady cash flow that's going to help you in your business and in your personal life. No, I'm not saying get 2 and 3 and 4 extra jobs, because that's going to take away from your time. But what I'm saying is take something like cryptocurrency, like foreign exchange, what allows you to still create that time with your family, that still gives you the opportunity to do the things that you need to do in your business, still give you that opportunity to create that cash flow for your personal life and your business. But a lot of people don't want to do the work to get into it. So this recently, the platform that I'm a part of, just recently had an event in Barcelona, Spain, last week. It ran from April the 8th, I believe, from April the 6th through the 8th, or April the 8th through the 6th through the 9th, or something like that. But anyway, it was last week, over the weekend. I think from Friday up until Sunday. Well, this is one thing I really do appreciate about I Am Academy. It's the fact that the company is so confident. The company is so steady. The company is so sound and grounded that it can still move in the midst of all the inflation, guys. And the fact that in that particular session at that convention this past weekend, there were over 10,000 people in attendance. But these are people from Europe. And see, this is the problem that I have, because when we're here in the US, we get so complacent, we get so comfortable, to a point there. Oh, well, you can't always think that, although US is considered one of the richest countries in the world, but we are so complacent and so, what's the word? So complacent and so lazy, to the fact that we take the fact that we have the riches for granted. Whereas you have people from other countries from some coming from third world countries. Some of those people risked a lot to get to that conference, and now you see that they're making an extra $25,000 a month, but they're from a third world country. It's the fact that they value some of the luxuries of things that they don't normally have. They value it more, and they're appreciative. Whereas over here, for luxury for us, oh, it's just that's nothing. But it's a lot of people here in the US that's uh uh oh, it's nothing. But we're broke. We're broke. And we will not do the things that it takes to level up because we have so much of a prideful disposition where we don't feel like nothing can affect us. Don't ever get to a point where you get caught off guard. Because I know in the Bible it says to cast your net across the waters because you don't know what calamity will come upon us. We noticed that in 2020 when the pandemic hit, a lot of millionaires were created. And the reason why is because they created opportunities out of despair. They created opportunities on pain points. So let me see if I could play this video that this gentleman.
Yeah. Mom, come on, look. Look at me. Look at your eyes.
I'm looking at your eyes, Kendall. Okay. Your predictable budget doesn't fit the.
Hey.
Okay. So from the running your business.
Mom.
Today at 8% and 10%, y'all. Your predictable budget doesn't fit the unpredictable nature of the high market. High inflation rates impact the cost of everything: supplies, repairs, fuel costs, shipping, equipment, and almost every other tool and service needed to run your business. And that's no lie. That is not a lie. Inflation impacts everything. It impacts everything. But if you do not have anything that could impact or counteract that, then you're going to be deeply impacted by it. I'm impacted by it. But I still have some cash flow. I still know how to come up. I still know how to work some cash flow because I'm able to study and learn the markets. I'm good, Kendall. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm still able to hop on with an educator that's helping me develop a skill set to develop cash flow. Cash flow. There's nothing wrong with cash flow. There's nothing wrong with cash flow. But there you can see that it affects everybody. Like inflation affects everybody. Nobody wants to talk about it, or or honestly, when you try to mention it to them, nobody wants to have a conversation. They just brush it off. But truth be told, it's affecting everybody. I don't care who you are. But if you don't know how to counteract, if you don't have a plan, don't get yourself in more activities that's going to cost cost your business to take more money out of your business, but develop something that's going to give you some cash flow to increase your capital. Let me tell you about the foreign exchange market, cryptocurrency, and binary options. Those things put together will can outpace inflation. So you say today on a daily basis, like you take a day like today, you notice that, you fill your car up with gas. usually would take you $47, $45 to fill your car up with gas. Now it's taking about $66. In some cases, in some areas in your city, that's an additional another $10 that's going into your that's coming out of your wallet. So it might take about $30, to fill up your gas tank. Okay, then you have to go turn around. You have to go to the grocery store. You have to go buy groceries and food. For the same items that you would normally get to the grocery store for $100, now you got to spend 150, 160, $175, where that's even more money. Now you have an extra $60 that's been taken away from you. So when you put that together, that's close to 100% of 100% of monies being really depleted from your account. So you got to think about that. Then you got to go and you got to think about, I got to get toiletries, I got to get this, I got to get that. And here it is there, you by the end of the day, you're trying to figure out how in the world did I get rid of $200? I just only went and got gas. I only just got a few things from the grocery store, but $200 was just snatched away from me just like that. But to counteract that, man, I know this is inflation. I know this is I gotta build up an account. Let me excuse me. Let me learn a skill set. Let me learn how to trade in the US 30. Let me look at these charts. Let me take on this strategy that one of the educators have provided, a simple strategy that tells you from each hour. Look at this particular candle. If this particular candle closes or opens up above or below the next candle, then we already know what the trend is. And when we know the trend, we can go ahead and enter in the market right then and look at that for look at the market for a couple of minutes, 38 minutes. Then we also know within that 38 minutes or within that hour when the market is going to pull back and do a pullback, so that we won't be so nervous the fact that we might see our monies being our money going to a negative or look strange. Then when we know that at a certain time at 56 minutes or 45 minutes after the hour, we're going to see the market make a correction, and we're going to see that our pullback is now a retracement, and it's going in the direction that we need to go. See, those are the things that you need to learn and you need to understand. That is your that. And then on top of that, that same trade idea replaced and more what you lost in today's shopping. Okay, so I just wanted to just give you that tidbit of information. So what I'm going to do, hopefully I can, hopefully my computer would not act up on me, but I want to show you this back office, because let me tell you something, guys. I don't know, you might be looking at, oh, she just want to show the academy, oh, it's all about money, but this is a luxury to have. This is a luxury to have. Most people, and with the resources and tools that we have, it should cost 10,000, should cost 20,000 for anybody to be able to be a part of this. But the fact is that this company is so generous that it allows you to get started with simply $185 for just if you just want to learn one academy. Or what it wants to do is, or if you want to not leave no money on the table, you can get started in this platform for $324. That's less than $3,000 a year. Whereas anywhere you go, for people that just want to know what Bitcoin is, they're going to charge you. That session alone is going to be $3,000. And you're only just going to learn about Bitcoin, but it's not going to necessarily teach you how to trade and make money out of Bitcoin. Okay, so as you can see here on my screen, they just finished up with Barcelona. Now, the Academy section, because this company operates in over 120 countries. That's the reason why we're able to go to Barcelona. That's one of the reasons why we're able to go to Dubai in October this year. That's one of the reasons why we were able to go to London before the pandemic hit, and all some of the other countries. And if you notice, When you're going to different countries, guess what? Dubai is one of the richest countries in the world. Dubai, Barcelona, a beautiful country. You got to think, you got to think outside of the money. You got to see where these people, where this business is going strategically and spiritually, divinely. Where this company, why is this company planning its conventions in these certain areas? Why? Because they want you to get the mindset that you can attract anything that you want to attract to you. Sometimes for many of us there has to be some deep thought, and we have to get ourselves in position to say, I don't care what is going on in my life or what's happening in my life, that I'm going to have what I say, but I'm going to do it with integrity. You can speak and you can call those things the good things, the things attract the things that you want, but you can also attract the things that you don't want by your actions, by what you say, by how you think. It goes both ways. So if you're looking at my screen, you're looking at my back office. I have the elite package, which I'm able to trade across the board, guys. So honestly, I have 4 to 5 ways of extra streams of income that I can utilize. Extra stream. Those are just pillars. Think about a tree. You have one tree, you have a branch. Okay. This one branch is Forex. But inside of Forex, you're growing all kinds of other branches around it. And then you have another branch that's the binary options. Binary option space. Okay. Now with the binary option space, there's branches all attached to that. So that's just telling you, yes, multiple ways of in stream coming from one branch. And then there's another multiple stream of income coming from another branch. And then here it is, you have the cryptocurrency branch. That's cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency has many, many branches to it. And why? Because we're going into a digital stage and digital age of digital money and digital impact and digital assets. So that's a branch of branches all within itself. And then we have the e-commerce, which we help people to set up and start their own online businesses where you can sell any type of product from anywhere over the world, and you don't even have to house any inventory. So if you think that once I'm selling stuff online, I got to go and get me a brick and mortar store, or I got to go and I got to buy all this inventory. No, you don't. Why? Because you're partnering up with different vendors. It operates just like an Amazon, where Amazon or whoever the vendors that you're working with, they're going to ship it out to your customers. But guys, not only that, you can do all this of what I'm saying right here from your phone. So if you think that you have to be confined to a desk or confined to a computer all day, that's totally up to you. But if you like most people that like that their business and their life is on the go, and they can still manage all of this stuff right from their phone, then that's the place that you want to be. Because now that creates time freedom for you, and it creates more freedom for you to be around and be near and would be with your families. So as you're looking here on my screen, you're seeing that I have access to all of the different platforms. Plus, I'm also an independent business owner inside of this space, which means, guys, I have a work from home business. And when you're a work from home business, you have better tax brackets or tax breaks when you are independent business owner. See, these are some of the things that you need to really think about when it comes to what you want to do, what kind of goals that you have set for yourself. Because there are so many people that they're on jobs that they're not enjoying, they're on jobs that they're not happy with, or they're doing things that they are not happy with. And now I'm a firm believer, do the things that makes you happy, that gives you peace, that gives you a sense of security and some safety. And I do understand that being an entrepreneur, being a business person, it has its ebbs and it has its flows. You have your high times and you have your low times. And that's something that I've learned, in the couple of years that I've been an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur, that, I felt like at one point that I didn't think that I had the ability to do it, because the thing that we always think about, well, what if I don't have, if I can't afford this, or I'm scared next this month I won't be able to, pay a bill, or this, that, and the other, when we all know that God is a provider. There's been many times where before I was like, oh wow, I see, I see this happening, or I see that there is a change in this, and no, lo and behold, there's an opportunity that comes around, that comes up, that allows me to be able to, okay, now this has been provided for. So we have to think differently, and when we start to think differently, we're going to attract those things that's going to help us stay sustainable. But however, we still have to do our due diligence and research. Everything is not worth getting into, and everything is not always going to be held within the highest of integrity. But what I can say about this platform is that it has high integrity. And what I can say about this platform is that it is increasingly generous. And the reason why I say it's generous, because it still continues to give people opportunities to make a decision. You have some businesses, they say if you don't do it right now, if you don't get in now before, by this X amount of time. Well, this company will see that there's a deadline closing in, and they still want to give people an opportunity. So now what they've done, we actually had a promo that allowing people to get inside of this platform for $185, and they were going to end the promo this past weekend. But guess what, guys? They extended it until the end of this month. See, that's the type of stuff that I'm appreciative to, because everybody has a different type of walk of life, financially, spiritually, physically. They have all different types of walks of life. And the fact that this company allows, still doesn't discriminate you because of your different walks of life, but still gives you the opportunity to make a decision, the decision to change your life, your family's life, and those around you, to have some high impact. Okay, so if I'm looking here, I'm looking at the Forex. So these right here actually is your academy section. This is where you're going to really learn the basics, learn your definition, learn what those terminologies that people say or people talk about when they're talking about finances. This gives you an opportunity to know that Forex has not just been something that just came, just all of a sudden just popped up, but foreign exchange has been around since the beginning of time. And it's just the fact that, people can't equate it to today's living. They just think, oh, this is just something in the market that, I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about. Well, you know what? Because you haven't had the opportunity, or this information has not been presented to you. Or what I would also say, that it has been kept away from many people not being able to participate, because the wealthy wanted to stay, or the rich want to stay rich. The poor, they want the poor to stay poor. But now this company right here, I Am Academy, has came up with a way that the average everyday person could level up and increase their financial trajectory. He really combined two worlds together, and the fact that they help you with residual income. I got some trips that I'm planning right now, at least two out of the country and two in the country. So that's 4 trips, and it's all got to take place within June, July, September, and October. But guess what? This platform allows me to be able to share an opportunity like what I'm doing right now. And they pay me. Do you know what you can do with an extra 10,000 a month, 10 grand a month? That's not even aside from your trading. Because you can come in this space, you can just only trade. Or you can come into space and you can just, you can share the opportunity and develop residual income. Or you can do both, because many people that sign up, a lot of times when you think about people, they really want something, they really want to be a part. And it's not that they turn you down because they don't, it's just that they don't have the information. And it's always a money thing. Like, when we're going to stop normalizing it's okay that I ain't got the money right now. We got to start normalizing that type of talk. So this company allows you to do both. And most people that come in that are struggling, that never heard of this, but they're giving it a chance, they don't come in with a whole lot of money. So that's why the residual part helps, because you come in, man, I paid my $185, but I don't think I have another $100 or $185 to put inside of a trade account. Don't worry, we got you. Share this opportunity with some other people. And when you share that opportunity with some other people, and they're also deciding, hey, I want to be a part of this. Guess what? You got money residually now to put into your trade accounts. Or you got money residually now if you need to take a trip, if you need to do this, if you need to use that money to pay your car note, if you want to use that money to pay your mortgage. That's not coming out of your earned income pockets. This is residual income. A lot of people are so afraid to talk about residual income, but we do residual stuff every single day. Residual is every single day. We have no problem telling someone about, hey girl, you can go get your hair done here. You can go do this and go do this and stay up. And then, matter of fact, when where they do that at now, where they're paying $900 to $1,000 to get your hair done, that's only gonna last for 2 to 3 weeks. Where do people do that at now? Again, that's inflation. It's inflation. And if you keep it up to get box braids or whatever kind of braids or hair that you want, it's going to get up to 1,200. It's going to get up to 1,500. Is that something that you're going to be willing to spend, or does that make sense to you? Or are you going to really be smart about things? Not saying that you want to put people out of business, but if you got it, then you got it. But a lot of people don't have it to give. So let me go back to this. The foreign exchange has been around for centuries. As you can see, we have it in different languages, over 64 languages that we have this platform in. So that means it reaches everybody in many countries. So you can go here, you can get all of your education. You can really just listen, watch a 5-minute video. It's going to break down everything about the foreign exchange market, where it started, how did it come about, how how the money evolution moved from shekels and coins and gold and silver to now that we have it in the form of paper money, to now we're moving it over to the digital space. So a lot of people don't feel like, oh, all this digital stuff is a hoax, but you won't find out if it's a hoax when now most of the things that you have to make a payment to is now accepting digital cryptocurrency. Or if your company decides that, hey, it's better for us to shut down all the processes of not accepting checks or not accepting credit or debit card payments, we can now accept cryptocurrency. Why? Because it carries a different value. See, I can't get interest on top of interest if I'm using regular paper money, if I'm using the regular dollar currency, the fiat. But I can get interest on top of interest on top of interest with cryptocurrency. So if you owe a bill or a light bill and it's $150, but you normally pay it through your checking account or through your check card. And what if that company decides, you know what, we've increased our process, we've increased our payment processing systems, and we're only now going to be taking things by digital cryptocurrency. But you failed to upgrade, or you failed to move with the times so that we're going to. And now you gotta figure out how now I gotta sit down and figure out how to, how to buy cryptocurrency. Does anybody know how to buy cryptocurrency? Especially if you have all these scammers out here, all these people that's using crypto in the name of crypto to grow your accounts and all this, showing you how to set up your own crypto bank, or not crypto bank, but your own exchange. They're showing you how to set up your own exchange, or basically what they're telling you is they're having to set it up for you. They have their own passwords. They're creating it. They're taking over everything, and they're saying, well, when you want to withdraw your money out, you can't withdraw the money that you see in there. You can only draw a proportion. So I digress on that, but that's a whole different conversation. The fact that I had to work with someone Sunday. I don't know what was going on with the account, but they were trying to set up their account, buy some cryptocurrency to start trading, and the account was kind of all jacked up, all over the place. They was able to go and contact the company to straighten it out, but the fact is, you got you got you got involved in a company that all you see on all these little small transactions, all these small transactions. I knew what was happening. I understood what was happening. So it was almost like they was working it as a susu. So you find what you got, these people that go on your stories, and some of these people that you do know, they're doing screenshots of the money that people have been able to make just by putting in $5 and getting in, or if I'm gonna put in $5, then I should be able to get $11,000 out. You'll keep doing that, because after a certain period of time, you stop seeing those stories come across, and those people are no longer sharing those stories. I don't, in between that, I don't know what's happening. Either the people that they're bringing, or they're also talking to, or the people that are above them are not meeting their quota. If you understand what I'm saying, that the payment, or the reimbursement, or should I say the ROI, the return of investment, is not matching up and is not happening the way it's supposed to. So you got to think about that. Now, I think I've actually had a conversation with that on one of my lives, so you can go back and check it. But anyway, this allows you to get information about the foreign exchange. Right here, what you're seeing, we show you how to touch it, feel it, taste it, smell it, get involved, put your hands on it. I'll walk you through your back office. I help people walk through. So everything that you see, you might hear the terminology sell or buy, call and put. Well, I show you how that makes sense, where it makes money sense. I show you how to understand what you're seeing when it's lot size. I'm gonna show you the difference between different lot sizes when you're first coming in this space. The difference in lot sizes. What's the difference between 1 cent, which is equals to 10 cent, or what's the difference in your profits and in your loss? What's the difference between 10 cent and 20 cent with a lot size? I talked to you about pips. Basically, pips just tell you when you are in active trade, how much that trade is going to go if you make profit off of it. And then we show you how to protect your money with a stop loss. So stop loss, that's a terminology that you're gonna become familiar with inside of this platform. And we actually show you, I walk you through how that looks when you're placing your first trade. So let's move forward. These are short videos. All you have to do is just go here for foreign exchange. You just click on it. What's a buy versus sell, when to trade forex, things of that nature, because there is a certain section, a time, where the markets move pretty volatile in the mornings. from a certain period of time, from 2 to 10 o'clock from 2 a.m. to 10 o'clock in the morning. You see, because every country, a continent that you understand, we're not on the same time frame. So that means money is being transferred and money is being moved 24/7, 7 days a week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that, which means it gives you the opportunity to make money 24/7, 7 days a week. Okay. And for the foreign exchange market, it's 5 days a week, because the markets do actually, that's, I would say, 6 days a week, because the markets do open back up on Sunday. Okay. All right. So you have Forex. Let me click back out of this. You have HFX, which is Forex on steroids. This is time-based trading. But you're going to understand the knowledge. You're going to understand what terminologies mean. And this stuff is not, it don't take very long, because once you hear about it, the thing is, the first thing is get you to understand what it means. Let's embed it right here. Let's embed it right here. So, okay, man, okay, now I know what this means. Now I understand what this means. And then we're going to show you, we're going to show you how it feels when you're trading. So you got high frequency Forex, which is another area. You just click on this and it's going to take you into everything that's HFX related. DCX is our cryptocurrency academy, where you're going to learn terminologies like most people don't know what cryptocurrencies are. This is where you're going to find it out. You're going to find out all that information here. And then you're going to also understand about the leverage of DCX, what it means to buy certain coins and get inside of certain projects, and what is white paper and what is a blockchain, all those types of things. And then we have our ECX, which is our e-commerce academy, that gives you all things e-commerce for those who want to build a store, an online store. And then I have independent business owner, which this platform teaches you development skills, how to become a better business person. This company teaches you how to become more business savvy, understand business acumen, but also how to build businesses. Okay, how to build. It's just not pertaining to just the trading section, or the trading section, but it applies to everyday life. It applies to wherever you go. It gives you the posture to be much more confident as a business person, businessman, or businesswoman. So I'm gonna go on to our next thing. We have our pip talk. A lot of times pip talks are like chats for the educators. They're gonna put in some information. So say for instance, we went on a go live session early this morning, and we're basically predicting, possibly later on in the day where the markets will move. Where we have educators where they're gonna put in the information to say, hey, here's what you need to know. We might see the market do retracement. We might see the market do this. Here's how, these are the numbers to get inside of the market. So you type in the information that they give you. Did you have to do that homework? Did you have to study the charts? No, basically earlier part of, if you're on that session, it taught you how to learn to read the charts. It taught you how to actually break down the charts. It taught you how to analyze the charts. But we just saw that at that point when we were in the charts earlier that day, that the market wasn't quite ready, for to get in. And that's very, very key, because you don't want to trace the market. You want the markets to come to you. So you don't just want to be pressing buttons and just getting in, because you'll lose your money like that. You want to be very skilled. You want to be very educated. And there's nothing wrong with waiting, because you want to live to trade another day. You want to live to trade the next day. So Pip Talks is basically a chat where the educators give you additional information, additional resources for you to look at what you talked about for that day. They give you affirmations. Some of them, every trader, every educator is going to be different, the way that they do their processes. But you are going to benefit. You are the beneficiary from that, because they're giving you, you're basically paying them to give you the answers. That they're basically showing you how to become a millionaire. They're basically grooming you to become millionaires and billionaires, okay, in this space. So the Go Live sessions are real-time sessions where we actually hop on, because I mentioned this, with the educator. This is what we do on these sessions. We hop on with the educator. We read the charts, we analyze the charts. This is where we learn the skill set. So we learn everything that we heard and we saw in those videos. Now we get to put it in action. Now we get to execute it. And now we get to see it, we get to feel it, we get to touch it, we get to taste it. We get to get hands on. Okay, Kendall, give me a second. With hands on, you can have a seat. Hands on. Go get your comb. Um, so that's my daughter. So it's hands-on experience, hands-on touch, feel. This is where you're actually getting inside of the markets. So if I go into my Go Live sessions, it's just like a Netflix, guys, and just like Netflix. You decide on what day that you want to, or what time is better for your schedule, that you can hop on with an educator. Now, you don't have to do this all day long. You can take one educator a day and learn their strategies, especially if they're easy strategies. It's going to be simple for you to say, oh man, this is real simple. All I need to do is look at this blue line and look at this line, and I can if it matches this, if it lines up to this, that's all I got to do is just get into the market. That's easy, but it costs repetition. Have a seat. um so as you're looking at my screen, this is like the DCX. This is our digital cryptocurrency. So as you're here, there's the educators right here. They come on different days out of the week. It's taking this, I think it's his computer. It's just giving this, having a hard time. So we have right here, if you can see on my screen, like right now, one of our educators is Mr. Nick Gomez. He's on right now talking about NFTs. He's live. This is telling you who's live right now. And let's take a peek. Let's go inside and see what's happening. Just really quickly. And he's on right now. So when you're in Go Live sessions, you can go back and listen to previous sessions. Like, this stuff never you can go back. You can always go back. So don't ever feel like, oh, I missed it, I missed this. No, you can always go back. However, if you're actually in a live trade, I would not try to take those trades, because if you get on after the fact that everybody was on the Go Live trading at that time, then that trade is already been executed. So just go into a different, you just change up and go into a different trade, a more accurate and up-to-date real-time trade. So right now it looks like he's still maneuvering inside of the metaverse, but he's going to be talking about NFTs. Now this is going to be going on for a little bit of time, so I'm not going to stay in here, but I just want you to see what he does on Mondays and Tuesdays. So you can look over to the right. You can see that people are logging in, and they're they're writing in the chats. So they're welcome there. You got people from all over the place. I see Morgan Moss Jr. or Moss Morgan Jr. every session from Rayville, Louisiana. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I see this name all the time, and they always put where they're from every time they're in the session. So that lets me know this person is consistent. This is consistent. They're on these sessions every single day, or when he comes on, because they really want to know more about NFTs. That's just a small branch of cryptocurrency that allows you to develop cash flow, that allows you to build and create wealth. Excuse me, I got tension headaches. But you can see people from all over Missouri. Let's see, do we have people from another country? Somebody's from Wisconsin. Okay, so Barcelona, Trinidad. You see all these people popping in to hop on these sessions, and you get so many people from other parts of the country that are here that are representing because they see the value in this helping to change their lives and their family lives. And that's what you got to get to. You got to get to that sense of, you got to be committed and you got to be consistent. So I'm gonna stop sharing because this is gonna probably go on for another maybe a couple of minutes. He might be winding this down because it's 8:05 now. He's probably gonna be coming up and um, getting ready to pull up the charts. But this is where he talks about the different coin projects, what's happening in OpenSea, which is a NFT space for people to go and research. And then you also, he talks about the metaverse, how you can, create your own NFT, place it inside of the metaverse where you got other people that are inside of the metaverse wanting to know more about your business. And if you're creating an NFT in this space, then you can make money off your NFTs. So yeah, this is what he's doing. He's right now getting ready to gear up to give us some great nuggets. So what I'm going to do, I am going to stop sharing because I need to go on to the next phase of things. But I'm gonna scroll down here because you can see all of his recorded sessions. You can see his favorite sessions, and you can watch all recordings and market ideas. All right. So if you look at, these are all videos. These are recorded sessions, recent recording sessions. But you can go into his favorite sessions where they're labeled a little differently. But this is stuff that you can take, that you can really dive deep, dissect this stuff. How to take swipe coin trade idea. Like this was just this is so much information in the platform. They show you how to take a trade idea from the trade ideas that they send us to an app called Swipe Coin. So again, when I say you can literally operate your business and your life directly from your phone and on the go, you can do that. So Swipe Coin is an app that we have on our phone that allows us to get notifications for trade ideas, for news and alerts, for anything that's pertaining to, hey, here's some money. It's money. This is a money time right here. So and right here, he talks about what is Bitcoin. I mean, they do boot camps to help the everyday person who knows nothing about this world, to help you become accommodating, and to help you become really accustomed to where the world is moving. So we don't want to see you behind. We don't want to see you get into the party late, where the world is kind of already moved in this direction. Here it is, you're trying to figure out how to play catch up, and it gets frustrating for you because you did not take the time to get on the bandwagon while the wagon was moving. Okay. All right. So the last but not least, um, we want to go to the strategies. So we have strategies inside of the platform. The platform allows um, allows you to look at charts, analyze charts, read the charts. Also, it helps you to understand. Okay, now I know how to mark up a chart. I know how to mark up a chart. I know when I go and do this that the market is going to do this. So these are some of the things that you need to, really, that you really need to really take serious. I mean, I'm not saying just for anything. I'm just saying stuff serious. Take this serious. Take it serious, and don't get caught off guard. Please don't. Please don't get caught off guard. Please don't. This is the main reason why I talk about this stuff, because I see and I hear so many people looking for ways to make money. I see so many people wanting to know different ways to make money. They'll sit there, they'll complain, they're saying, I need to do this, and they'll try to go everywhere. They go all the way around the world, stuff that don't even serve their purpose for what they're created to do in their business. They'll go all the way around the world and, well, I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. And then it just doesn't work out the way that it should. What I'm just giving you a blueprint. I'm giving you a blueprint that is not hard. It's not difficult. It's very simple. And then I'm giving you a blueprint that's going to cut everything that you had planned, the 3, 4, 5, 6 different jobs. Um, gotta you once you leave one job, you go into another, you wearing your body down. I'm trying to give you a blueprint where if you do have your 9 to 5, when you come home, you can hop on one of these sessions and make some money. That's going to pay you more than your second job and your third job, and it also will and can replace your main job. So um, let's see. Okay, this is the go live session. So these are go live sessions for all of the different academies. It doesn't matter. We have over 200, over 100 or 200 educators in this space, guys. So it doesn't matter what time you feel like, let me look at a schedule and see, let me connect and hop on with some of the educators that are on during the times that I'm able to hop on. Okay. And then if you scroll down, it helps you. Are you a new member? Here's some help, with basic educators. Here's additional help, additional resources. And then we have the lovely Mr. Bob Proctor, who recently passed away about a couple of months ago this year. Guys, he was a part of I Am Academy. And if you ever read his book, I think it's called Think and Grow Rich, or what was it, the Notebook. Read his story. This man right here, he talks about attracting frequencies of the positive things that you want to attract to your life. Like, he was very big on that. And on top of that, he didn't deal with just any business. He didn't connect himself with just any business. He connected himself with only businesses that really believes in the same things that he believes. And let me tell you, I had the opportunity to meet the creative and the CEO of his company. He's a billionaire. You hear me? A billionaire. And this man is just as generous. But I got a chance to get on stage and really touch him and stay next to him and close to him, while he give out some very valuable information. He told me to look out, and what I see. There were so many people. I was on the stage to look out and see the different people, and told me that you can impact these many people and more. You just got to see it, and then you got to begin to operate and execute and move like that. Bob Proctor did not connect himself with just anybody. He had attorneys. He had, a whole crew that did their due diligence research to make sure that he connect himself with the right people. And that's what you need to do. Now since he's passed away, he's passed on that torch to Alex Morton. Alex, I remember when Alex was in his 20s. I first met him in his early 20s. And I remember I guess him just getting started, getting acclimated. But this man is huge for creating the millionaire mindset that people need to create, and people need to really work on having. The mindset is everything. Your mind is everything. And if you saying to yourself, by the things that I'm showing you, that there's just no way, I don't know if that's something that I can do. I understand that for some people it may not be a good fit. It may not. But it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna be like, there's some They have to make a decision. I had this life situation that happened to me. I had this life situation that happened to me, and they don't know any other way to, relieve themselves financially. But if they took the time to say, "Hey, I am going to learn this," people think that this stuff is harder than what you think. It's simple. It's easier than what you think. It just looks difficult. That's anything in life. Stuff look difficult, but once you find underneath the skin of it, it was really simple from the start. And that's what I've learned and learned about things in life. I don't count myself out. I stop counting myself out on certain things, and I just say I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna learn it. Now I'm able to mark up charts. Now I'm able to depict or determine where the market is going to go. Now I understand how to wait for the market, to allow the market to come to me. And that's what I make my biggest gains. All right. So here's also some additional information. Like you see the mindset motivation. We have people come on talking about mindset, because you have to get yourself acclimated. You got to get yourself to thinking totally different. You got to stop being so skeptical about, every single thing. I see there's certain things you have to really be careful about. But if you do your due diligence and your research, and if your spiritual, your spirit, if it gives you peace and clarity on it, then move on it. But if it doesn't, I understand. Don't move on it. But what I will say to, people that are watching, um, the world is changing. It is changing. And you got to start getting with the change. For those who are retired and you just feel like after you retire, oh, you can relax and you can sit back, you can do, and you can go here, but your income is fixed, meaning you might get a once it gets to a certain cap. Say for instance, if it gets to a certain cap, if you're on Social Security, you might be able to be eligible for this amount of money. But once you get eligible for it, it does increase after that time frame. So if you're 65, you're going to be 65 this year, and they say, oh, well, you might have access to an additional $1,200. That's it. It's not going to increase anymore after that. But guess what? The cost of living is going to continue to increase, which is going to eat everything that you felt that you was comfortable with. Find monthly on a fixed basis, it's going to totally change. So even as a retired person, if you have not really prepared yourself and you really did not really take the time to sacrifice, if you didn't really, if you didn't properly set yourself up right, you might run into some challenges with that. And I see it, I see it on firsthand with a lot of people. I listen to some of the stories in the grocery store where, you have people. It was interesting. There was a, Caucasian lady that said that, we used to be able to save at least an additional $500 a month. And now we can't even save $300. Like, again, it goes right back to what I said earlier, that the money that you use to be able to say, it's not going to measure up to what you're seeing in inflation. It's going to keep continuing rising. So I hope I wanted to share the academies with you. I can do that next time, but I just wanted to stop by and say, don't get caught off guard. Don't get caught off guard. Do the work. Be diligent. Stay steadfast. Put your head down and go to work. Be consistent. And for those who are interested in getting signed up, understanding this academy more, definitely reach out to me. because this is my passion. I like to help people change their lives. I like to help people to understand what once was frustrating to them, understand how easy and how simple it is, to a point where it's giving you much more confidence to be able to maneuver in the markets. Okay. All right. So wonderful evening. Um I got some other things that I got to do. I got some goals. I got to set my goals for tomorrow and the next day. I got some things that I need to, research. This is how I plan my business, because I'm an independent business owner inside of this business. But this business has allowed me to create other streams of income. It has allowed me to create confidence in doing some other things. So using this platform, I've been able to purchase land on the Vegas Strip that has a Vegas Strip address. But I gathered that. I gathered the tutelage, I gathered the wisdom and the knowledge right here from I Am Academy. And here is now, I'm building and constructing another, actually a new business that I'm working on. But, I had this when I was working, when I was getting my master's. But now I have this book here so I can sit down and really plan out some things. Like, if you're going to really be in business, make sure that you do all the things that you need, that's required to be official business individuals. Invest back into your business, but before you can do that, you need cash flow. And that's where I Am Mastery Academy comes. I Am Mastery Academy comes with the cash flow, and that's what you want. It's going to help you build a cash flow. It's going to help you allow you to, do the things that pertains to increasing your business. It's going to allow you to do the things. It's going to allow you to make those decisions. Like, okay, you know what? I know that I have this, this payment as due. It's going to help you keep your business in business, like the gentleman said. Keep your business in business, which is cash flow. And when you get that cash flow, I got it out the market. So if you was able to get $200 out of the market for less than 20 minutes, but you got to pay, your annual subscription for your website that only costs, maybe $175. But guess what? You got it because you was able to get it out of the markets. All right. So, wonderful night, guys. Have a great night. I appreciate you guys for really watching and really being attentive. And I know it's ran over an hour, but seriously, you know, um, let's get to work. Seriously, let's get to work. And if you are ready to work, because I only want to work with people that are serious about going to the next level. I don't like wasting time. I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I don't want nobody to waste my time. But if you are seriously, really serious and focused, and can be focused and coachable on to your next steps to help you, develop you, and push you, then you can definitely work with me, because I'll love to work with you. Okay. But I'm looking for serious people, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. So if you're ready to rock and roll, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go. All right. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys soon on my next live. Have a great night.